Good afternoon and welcome to Newsbeat on Metro TV. We are live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, on DSTV on channel 277. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwicha. Let's take a look now at the headlines for this afternoon. Family of Sarah Adwoa Safo concerned for their safety following the release on bail of suspects linked to the recent shooting incident at Dome Kwabenya. Minister for Interior Muntaka Mubarak announced the immediate suspension of all registered firearm licenses in Ghana. And later on Good Afternoon Ghana, we will be looking at the internal elections of the New Patriotic Party. This and many more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and these are the details. The ECOWAS Community Court of Justice has dismissed all 7 claims brought by former Chief Justice Gertrude Tukono against the Republic of Ghana. The court also rejected her request for $10 million in damages, ruling that Ghana did not violate her rights under the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. The decision marks a significant legal victory for the Republic of Ghana, with the court finding no basis for the claims presented by the former Chief Justice. Details of the court reasoning and the implications of the ruling are expected to emerge as parties review the judgment. And away from that, an Accra Circuit Court has adjourned the case involving 9 individuals linked to the shooting incident involving former Dome Kwabenya Member of Parliament Sarah Adwoa Safo to September 23, 2026 as proceedings continue. There's more in the following report.
Those standing trial are Nana Kwejo Safo Akofena, a relative of the injured former MP, as well as Jehoshaphat Tamaklu Safo, Kwabena Safo, and Benjamin Amoakwa Sam. The rest include Enoch Bedu, Richard Ayite, Gideon Safo, Nana Kweku Efriye, and Kwejo Safo Kumsin, some of whom are said to have served as personal bodyguards within the faction involved in the dispute. Prosecutors alleged that the shooting, which led to injuries sustained by Adwoa Safo, occurred during activities tied to a disputed installation process within the religious group. The accused persons have been granted bail in the sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis, each with 2 sureties. Although the sureties are not required to be justified, they must complete the necessary bail documentation as directed by the court. According to counsel for the Christo Asafo Mission, the prosecution's case is based on allegations of unlawful possession of weapons and involvement in prohibited vigilante activities. All 9 accused persons have pledged not guilty to the charge. The case is expected to resume on September 23 as proceedings continue before the courts. Among those standing trial are Nana Kwejo Safo Akofena, a relative of the injured former MP, as well as Jehoshaphat Tamaklu Safo, Kwabena Safo, and Benjamin Amoakwa Sam. The rest include Enoch Bedu, Richard Ayite, Gideon Safo, Nana Kweku Efriye, and Kwejo Safo Kumsin, some of whom are said to have served as personal bodyguards within the faction involved in the dispute. Prosecutors alleged that the shooting, which led to injuries sustained by Adwoa Safo, occurred during activities tied to a disputed installation process within the religious group. The accused persons have been granted bail in the sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis, each with 2 sureties. Although the sureties are not required to be justified, they must complete the necessary bail documentation as directed by the court. According to counsel for the Christo Asafo Mission, the prosecution's case is based on allegations of unlawful possession of weapons and involvement in prohibited vigilante activities. All 9 accused persons have pledged not guilty to the charge. The case is expected to resume on September 23.
And still on the story, family of former Domi Kwabenya MP Sarah Adwoa-Safo has called for a thorough investigation into the shooting incident, alleging that 48 bullets were fired during the attack. Speaking to the media, Nana Poma Inshira described the incident as a matter of life and death, stressing that Sarah Adwoa-Safo was fortunate to have survived. The family also expressed concern over the Adenta Circuit Court decision to grant bail to Israel Kwadwo Safo Akofena and 8 others accused in connection with the shooting.
Yeah, that's sorry, yeah. Honorable Adwoa-Safo, Ohima every year. Papa Doba ni PSA oni ne ho agro. Ena Sabe ono ani nua bema ene ne bodyguards abonituo Nshranka Nyamesafo ene ne Nyankopon din se etuo ni bi anka no anka sabre ka ya hwradwoa anka Ghana anka ya nsan ante asempa biem me hu ne se esese atemuafo ene sabe Ghana a police for omo hwa asem wei no mo di yie eto yie ma hu se yama omo be na mesre se yama pepepe ye enya adwuma e wo man Ghana mu sansen asem na ye ka no eyo wu asem bulletin ko 48 sabe anka adwo anka wakum ni pampo ana wakɔwie obi ade a anka odasani mbu nkotodwe ngeji se otiniti ana obonituo akuno Ghana ehefa na yekoi mesre mpanyimfo police mpanyimfo ya papa GP ene court mpanyimfo sasem woye na eda ho no moma ye pepepe ye ne nokredie emrem sesei samuma omube na ye nam hokra esuro woye mu sanse onipa waye na dwen se obedi bone no asese ye hwesa nipa ni ye adwoa sabi onya kromfo odoni nua pa odoni nua Kwadwo Akofena odono meka so no mpo ana tete no adwoa ontan Akofena na sasabi ni nua ba no na okoni nua ba mafia esese ye boni tu ana.
And in other stories, all active firearm licenses in Ghana have been suspended with immediate effect. Interior Minister Muntaka Mohamed Mubarak says all gun holders must undergo mandatory mental health assessment, drug screening and firearms training before their licenses can be renewed.
On behalf of the government and His Excellency the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I extend sincere appreciation to our traditional authorities, religious and opinion leaders, civil society organizations, the media, and community groups. Your advocacy and engagement were instrumental in bringing this initiative into homes and communities across our country. Engagement with stakeholders. Government will continue its engagement with traditional authorities on the sensitive issue of firearms use during customary settings. Our objective is clear: to ensure that cultural practices are preserved while adhering strictly to safety and legal standards. This will include improved marking, tracing, and training for authorized ceremonial firearm users. We also call on licensed arms dealers to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and strict compliance with the law. Let it be known that any abuse of the licensing regime will attract decisive sanction. Ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of the gun amnesty program marked not an end but a transition from voluntary compliance to full and robust enforcement of the law.
Meanwhile, speaking on Good Morning Ghana, former managing news editor for the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr. commended the Interior Minister for being spot on while cautioning that the right things must be done to prevent problems.
I think that the Interior Minister is spot on. What I'm not so sure about is the dramatic measure. I mean, all of a sudden, all licenses are revoked. What does that mean? Makes it sound like a knee-jerk reaction. You understand? Because all the people who are licensed to carry weapons still have the weapons.
Yeah.
So if you revoke the license now, what are you saying? I think that there ought to be a smooth process for the transition to the new order.
Right.
You understand? To just issue a blanket order with immediate effect, all licenses are revoked and so on. So today, if you license a sidearm, say in January, you license a sidearm in January, properly licensed and so on, and thieves raid your house today, you cannot use that weapon.
That's true. Yes, you can't.
If you are attacked by armed robbers, you cannot use that weapon. What does it mean? So I think that some of these measures, even as they may be well-intentioned and so on, the implementation must be staggered to reflect reality.
That's true.
You know, and I'm getting worried about one thing. We are living in a country where you go through all the processes of registration. You just read an announcement from the Registrar General's Department.
Yeah.
You register your company, you do everything. Then all of a sudden, they say there's a new regime for registration. Come and register again. And then there are long queues and so on. You register your car. Then after 2 years, they say, no, that registration is no longer valid. Come and register again. Then there's stampede.
Same registration.
Same registration. You know, how many times would we register our SIMs and so on? So it seems to me that there's some disorder, you know, which we need to deal with. The minister may be right. In fact, he might have good intentions, his reasons may be valid and so on. But the implementation creates unnecessary problems that need to be looked at.
That's true.
And then there are problems also with the interpretation, you know, of the directive that he has given. I licensed my weapon 5 years ago. I renew it every year and so on. All of a sudden, one morning I wake up and the license has been revoked. I'm attacked by armed robbers.
I'm helpless.
And I'm helpless. You know, it creates a problem which is totally unnecessary.
In fact, a person can even sue you.
You know, it creates a problem which is totally unnecessary. The procedure perhaps is not being properly followed.
Yeah.
So there's a need to streamline it, make it more effective and so on. You don't do that by all of a sudden revoking all licenses. You understand? So I'm not challenging the minister. He may be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But the right thing ought to be done to minimize the inconvenience to the public. The right thing ought to be done, you know, in the right way and so on. That's all the problem.
And in the Ashanti region, the Inspector General of Police Special Operations Team, in collaboration with the Ashanti Regional Police Command, has arrested 186 suspects in a major intelligence-led operation targeting organized crime in the Ashanti region. The operation uncovered suspected links to human trafficking, sexual exploitation, narcotics tracking, and illegal possession of firearms.
The Inspector General of Police Special Operations Team, working together with the Ashanti Regional Police Command, has arrested 186 suspects during a major crackdown on organized crime in the Ashanti region. The intelligence-led operations were conducted between the 8th and 17th of June across several communities, including Asafo, Kenyasia Frama, Asokwa, Bokrum, Krofrum, Atonsu Bokru, Asawase, and Otafo Ahimbrunum. Police say the suspects comprise 86 Ghanaians, 96 Nigerians, and 4 Togolese nationals. A key breakthrough came at Kenyasia Frama, where officers arrested a suspected kingpin, Gladys Ibrahim, also known as Mama G, along with several foreign nationals believed to be linked to a transnational criminal network. The network is suspected to be involved in human trafficking, sexual exploitation, narcotics trafficking, and other organized criminal activities. Several victims, including minors, were rescued during the operation and placed under protective care, while investigations continue to identify and arrest other members of the network. The police service say it remains committed to intelligence-led policing to combat organized crime and ensure public.
And in other stories, Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin has accused President John Dramani Mahama of discrimination after the presidency announced plans to meet with only the National Democratic Congress Majority Caucus to discuss parliamentary welfare. The controversy began after Majority Leader Mahama Yariga informed the House that the president would meet members of the Majority Caucus on their welfare.
My colleagues on the other side.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, the Majority Leader landed on a very humble tone, a plea. Yes, we are aware that you are going to the presidency. Very discriminatory call. We have a 276-member chamber. The president, who is supposed to be a father for all, decided to only invite his side. We know the welfare issues that are going to be discussed. Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether you've been invited, but Mr. Speaker, it is only the 180-something that have been invited by the president. When we have a 276-member house, and you say you're going for a meeting, which meeting? This side of the house is part of the country, and the president is only inviting your side to take care of you. Mr. Speaker, we have been told, Mr. Speaker, we have been told why they are being invited. Certain welfare issues are going to be discussed for only your side. Is that how we run a country? A president who is discriminatory? Mr. Speaker, we protest this matter. We protest this. The Majority Leader has failed Parliament. The Majority Leader has failed Parliament. How can you carry your side to the presidency? We will not agree. If the president is inviting Parliament, all parliamentarians must be invited. And we will be there. We will be there. Mr. Speaker, why? Mr. Speaker, we know the content of the visit. We know. We've been briefed. The things that are going to be discussed. How can you be discriminatory? Are we not also Ghanaians?
All right, so that was Honorable Afenyo-Markin on the floor of Parliament, and we're going to turn our attention now to the Minister for Local Government and also Chieftaincy and Affairs, and the issue concerning that has to do with the fact that there are a lot of things that are ongoing and they are yet to find out. We're going to quickly take a break and then we're going to get back to the story.
Ghana know that President Mahama is performing. Things are changing. It is not like the old days where money comes and the triangle from coordinating director to finance officer to DCE. It has changed. So take note when they come, then you explain to them, you convey an emergency meeting. But that one will discuss with Mayor when I finish. I didn't like it. The money we gave you 30 million. You spend only 5.2%, which is less than 2 million. And if you are to go like so for the 9 months, what are you doing with the 28 million? And where is the 28 million? Is the money in the bank still in the bank account? And the 5.2 million, what did you use it for? The 5.2%. What did you use it for? You have to tell us. Then you tell us your own IGF that you generated and what you have used that one to for. And what was the IGF generated in 2024? And what did you generate in 2025? Has there been increment or decrement? Can you do this presentation?
Away from that, the Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Dr. Rashid Pelpo, has assured that platform and the gig workers will be granted legal recognition and protection under Ghana's revised Labour Act as government moves to strengthen labour standards in the country's rapidly growing digital economy. The minister, in his remarks during a panel discussion at the maiden edition of the annual Labour Law Conference, disclosed that ongoing review of the Act seeks to align Ghana's labour framework with emerging work arrangements driven by technological advancement.
In the process of transforming and amending the Labour Act 651, to reflect the new changes that are occurring. So we do recognize that the new technology exists and that forms of work, platforms existing to take advantage of the new digital system are also in existence. So the working class is also understood. So we are recognizing them, but not just recognizing them, but reflecting them in our new labor law, so they can be taken care of and properly stationed to benefit from all the legal practices that will ensure that the Ghanaian worker is safe from exploitation in his work or in her work process. Presently, as I said, they are going to be taken care of in the process of reform, but presently they are not known by the law. But when the amendment is done before the end of this year, they will legally recognized, legally taken care of. So the timeline is the period within which the DO, which is the Attorney General now, will come back to me, then I go to Cabinet, the Cabinet approves it, I take it to Parliament, and Parliament, the representation of the people, will now look at it, accept it, and then it becomes law. So the timeline is the space of this period between now and the end of the year. Hopefully, we'll have gone through all the process.
Part of efforts to help enhance the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals, which says menstruation actually remains a major contributor to school absenteeism and dropout among girls in the country. A call on Ghanaians to desist from the stigmatization girls, to allow them to stay in school and realize their aspirations. This has risen, and there is more in this report.
Menstrual hygiene is a leading driver of school absenteeism and dropout rates for adolescent girls. This is largely due to lack of private water and sanitation hygiene facilities in schools and deep-seated cultural stigma. It is against this background that FAIRFRIC, in collaboration with CIVS Gemba, commissioned and handed over a sanitation facility to Amansi DAJHS in the Ayensuano district of the Eastern region. Speaking in an interview shortly after the commissioning of the project, Managing Director of FAIRFRIC Ghana Limited, Michael Marmonhelm, reiterated the essence of the facility.
Devilish. And so if they understand that the things that we need would just be regular washrooms, proper washrooms, disposable areas and all that stuff, then they begin to remove the stigma they've always believed over the years that this was a certain kind of stigma they had to manage. But with the washroom, they don't have to think about this anymore. This becomes a normal practice, and our hope would be that most schools would have a lot of facilities like what we've tried to demonstrate. All the other stakeholders should come together and help us solve this one after the other.
For his part, the CIVS Gemba chairman, Kai Huang, indicated that they are committed to help build more sanitation facilities to protect the dignity of female students, to curb the menace of absenteeism amongst female students in the country.
Losing their schools during their period, we think it's a huge problem, because things should not be that. Girls need to have their dignity to purchasing their education and academic. So these things have moved us a lot. So we have internal discussion that we decided that we do this project for these girls to protect their dignity and also protect their life for their education.
However, the headmaster and Inkoswahini of Amansi also spoke with the media and had this to say.
Students will come to us that they are in that time of the month, and that's because they don't have any place to change themselves. They would, go back home just to get a better place to change themselves. And some of them live far from the school. So by the time they return to school, then maybe they've lost much of their classes periods. Yeah, and it was a very big problem. It was affecting their performance, academic performance.
All right, kindly bear with us with the sound concerning the menstrual hygiene report, and I'm sure that In our other news that's coming up in the evening, I'm sure you're going to have the full voice and the voice out of that. All right, so away from that, let's turn our attention to the director of the CSIR Crops Research Institute in the Ashanti region, Professor Maxwell Darko. He says Ghana must prioritize and research and develop deliberate policies on seedlings if the country will get a chance to reduce its dependence on food importation. Professor Asante made the call during the Day of Scientific Renaissance of Africa in Accra.
The Day of Scientific Renaissance of Africa is commemorated annually by the West Africa Center for Crop Improvement, University of Ghana, to honor Africa's rich scientific legacy and emphasize the centrality of science, technology and innovation in driving the continent's development. The event, themed Opportunity Crops, Innovation and Equitable Development, brought together scientists, policymakers and students to highlight Africa's capacity for homegrown solutions to food and development challenges. Director of CSIR Crops Research Institute in the Ashanti region, Professor Maxwell Darko, speaking at the event, stressed the need to develop a deliberate seedling policy. This, he says, will help limit food importation in the country.
In terms of food, you just have to put your money where your mouth is, because even if you are getting cheap imports, for those of you who remember 2007, 2008, there was rice export ban in Asia, and there were riots in Ivory Coast. In Ghana, even ministers were sent to court because of those things. So we just have to get the policy right.
Founding Director of the West Africa Center for Crop Improvement, Professor Daniel Jidijenu, highlighted the importance of the symposium.
These are crops that have the high potential for to address our nutrition challenges and also actually help solve our food insecurity issues, but often they are forgotten in terms of research funding. They are under-researched. So this is a day we have decided to talk about these crops, to bring awareness to these crops.
Away from that, 3 Ghanaian languages have taken a major step toward classroom instruction and cultural preservation following the official launch of the Kasual, Linkpankpani and Sisali orthographies in Accra. The initiative is expected to strengthen literacy, promote indigenous languages, and expand opportunities for mother tongue education across the country.
The Bureau of Ghana Languages, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, officially unveiled the standardized writing systems for Kusal, Likpakpalan, and Sisali, marking what stakeholders describe as a significant milestone in Ghana's language development agenda. The newly launched orthographies will pave the way for 3 languages to be taught more effectively in schools, while also enhancing literacy, research, and the preservation of cultural heritage for future generations. Speaking at the launch, the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Jifa Abla Gomashi, underscored the importance of protecting Ghana's linguistic diversity, describing language as a vital pillar of national identity and cultural development.
If you went to the market and you spoke the language to the seller in their language, you directly speak to their heart. So if they were going to give you 3, chances are there'll be an extra 1, because you have connected to their spirit and to their soul. It is for that reason why it is important for us to appreciate the power of language. So in the language of the people is the power of who they are, from all the 5 stages of the life cycle, from birth to marriage to funerals to what have you. I urge you, join the army of cultural ambassadors, the army of cultural advocates, the army of culture lovers, so that we together in our lifetime can enjoy the benefits that God has planned it for us.
The majority leader also at the event had this to say.
Parliamentarians should take note of this occasion and see that agencies like the Bureau of Languages are very, very important. And so when we are sharing money in Parliament, we should make sure that agencies like Bureau of Languages get a fair share of the national cake.
Chairman of the occasion, Cletus Apu Avoka, lauded the Bureau of Ghana Languages and its partners for spearheading the initiative.
As far as the government is concerned, I think that this should be one of the issues of the reset agenda. Government should adopt this, making sure that the ethnic groups where their languages are not written, where their languages are not taught in the various primary schools, junior high schools, etc. Government should adopt it as one of its setting agenda, so that we can also have Kusal, we have Kunkumba, we have Sisali also being taught and read in the various schools in their areas. If that happens, then we will have realized our potential as a country.
The launch adds to ongoing efforts to promote local languages as tools for learning and development, with stakeholders expressing optimism that the new orthographies will broaden access to education and deepen appreciation for Ghana's rich linguistic heritage.
Let's take a look now at drug abuse as the Eastern Regional Command of the Narcotics Control Commission, in collaboration with the Eastern Regional Directorate of the Ghana Education Service, has organized a day's conference in Koforidua for guidance and counseling officers in the second cycle schools in the Eastern region. The conference forms part of activities to mark this year's regional celebration of the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, dubbed World Drug Day.
The theme for the conference is strengthening school-based drug prevention through effective guidance and counseling. The conference brought together guidance and counseling officers from the various senior high schools in the Eastern region to educate them on how to identify students who may be struggling with behavioral, emotional, social, and drug-related challenges in the various senior high schools in the region. In an interview, Eastern Regional Commander of the Narcotics Control Commission, Principal Narcotics Control Officer Philomena Benawa Saka, noted that the increasing challenge of substance abuse among young people requires a coordinated and proactive response to address the challenge.
The essence of this program is to bring our counselors on board. We've realized that as a nation, we have most of our youth getting into drugs, and per our research, we've seen that it starts as early as age 10. So if it starts as early as age 10, then it means there is the need for us to come together with teachers who happen to spend most of the time with these young ones, so that they can see early detection, come in and then help out in the situation, because like we all know, one person cannot solve the drug issue.
The Deputy Eastern Regional Director of Ghana Education Service, Benjamin Na, hinted that for the past decade, drug abuse has threatened the progress of young people.
In fact, we have noticed that recently some drug addicts have found a way of putting the drugs into toffees, into ice creams, into their shito, and so on and so forth. They are advancing in their technologies, so we have to shine our eyes.
Some participants also spoke to the news team.
As a counselor, when I get back, I have to know where probe the children, find out how they mix this concoction, tell them the effects of the concoction, and then help them to come out of missing concoction, because we do not know how it will affect them in the near future.
These days that teachers have no strong control over disciplining students becoming so rampant. It is good that we are learning this, and I hope that when I go to my school with my class and council team department, we'll be able to work in close relation and then make sure that we educate the students alongside what we have learned.
And away from that, 2 cars and several other properties were destroyed after a fire broke out at the Bosomtwi Sam Fishing Harbour following a heavy downpour on Sunday. According to eyewitnesses, the incident was triggered by a mudslide caused by the rains. The mudslide reportedly struck a high-tension electricity cable, causing it to snap. The falling cable is said to have landed on the tank containing premixed fuel, instantly igniting a fire that rapidly spread across the area.
Dialogue brought together government officials, development partners, and sanitation experts to assess.
And apologies for the video that we showed. I mean, it wasn't the right video, but then we apologize for that. And away from that, the National Director of World Vision, Tiana Mukanda, says there is the need for key policies to drive decisions on sanitation, water access, and sustainable development. She believes the recommendations from the 5th Executive Breakfast Conversation held recently will bring transformation across the country.
The dialogue brought together government officials, development partners, and sanitation experts to assess progress and explore solutions to challenges affecting sanitation, safe drinking water, and hygiene delivery across the country. Speaking at the event, the Director General of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Audrey Smoke-Amoah, underscored the importance of integrated planning, climate resilience, and stronger enforcement of sanitation regulations.
We must track progress rigorously, speak with one voice, and make evidence-based results the foundation of our collective strategy. And ultimately, it is how we prioritize, mobilize, and hold ourselves accountable that will determine whether Ghana achieves its WASH targets to secure a healthier and more resilient future for all our citizens.
The National Director of World Vision Ghana, Tiana Mukunda, noted that discussions at the breakfast meeting will shape future policy decisions and strengthen efforts to improve sanitation and environmental health nationwide.
World Vision Ghana is committed. We have been present in this country for over 47 years, and we are still very committed to working with all partners, including MMDAs and relevant stakeholders, to make a difference by bringing hope, joy, and justice for all children and their families. We do believe that nothing can be more important to child well-being than access to safe drinking water, improved sanitation, and hygiene. This is why in World Vision we prioritize the delivery of WASH services in our interventions.
The Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Richard Pelpo, emphasized that sanitation is a reflection of a country's level of civilization and called for greater commitment toward maintaining cleaner communities.
I commend the World Vision Ghana for convening this important dialogue on sanitation and local governance. It is a very key area that defines whether people are civilized or not. And I believe that the more we move towards having 100% sanitation achievement in Ghana, the much more civilized we can claim to be in handling our sanitation. And thank you, Patrick, for giving us a true definition of what sanitation is.
Participants expressed optimism that recommendations from the 5th Executive Breakfast Conversation will receive government attention and contribute to renewed efforts to improve sanitation, strengthen public health systems, and accelerate sustainable development across Ghana.
We just want to appeal once again that beyond the sanitation as a KPI and the funding, we want this to be assessed properly so that we can know which MMDAs are doing well, which ones are not doing well, and then there will be some sanctions and rewards. Once that accountability mechanism is introduced, then you will see many of the MMDCs doing the right things.
Move on now to Right for World in partnership with Plan International Ghana. They have trained 75 young men and women in the South Tongue district of the Volta region in vocational and entrepreneurial skills to enable them to create jobs for themselves. The initiative by their two organizations is aimed at creating employment opportunities for young people in the district, reducing the financial burden on their parents while they pursue their education. Our Volta regional reporter, Gibala Sempa, has more on the story.
The program, dubbed Youth Employment to Thrive, seeks to equip young people with practical skills in green businesses and entrepreneurship. Over a 4-month period, 75 beneficiaries comprising 44 females and 31 males underwent intensive training in green business ventures and entrepreneurship. The training covered beekeeping and honey production, mushroom cultivation, and snail farming ventures that offer sustainable livelihood opportunities. Participants received both theoretical and practical training, gaining hands-on experience in their chosen fields. Speaking to the media during the graduation ceremony, the administrator of Rights for World, Miriam Isenam Donko, explained the rationale behind the initiative, stating that it was designed to create meaningful employment opportunities for young people within their communities.
We actually extend the project to this community in order to reduce unemployment rate. As we all know, unemployment rate is very high in the country. We engage the youth in beekeeping, mushroom cultivation, and also snail farming in order to help them have something doing. Today, we graduated 75 participants, where half of them are females and then the other half is a male. My advice to them is for them to take this training seriously. This will help them to equip themselves for the future in order for them to be able to train others as well.
South Tongue District Coordinator of the National Youth Authority, Helen Jide, commended the initiative and appealed for similar programs to be introduced in other communities.
We have more communities in the district who are facing the same challenges these communities are facing. So it's our hope that more people should come and give help to these people, the people in these different communities, apart from the 7 communities here.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the organizers.
It will help us in the future, like we, the ones that we don't have any work doing now. It will help us it will benefit us in the future.
I can also get something from it, and moreover, so I may help some people around me so that they can get something from this program.
Beyond the training, provisions have been made to provide startup kits to participants to enable them to establish and expand their businesses. And
attention now to working in the ministry of the Almighty. As legendary Ghanaian gospel songstress Reverend Obapa Christie has officially launched her highly anticipated flagship concert, Royal Praise 2026. At an emotional media gathering in Accra, the veteran worshipper shared that the vision for the concert is a physical manifestation of years of prayer and waiting on God. The event promises to be a massive celebration of divine timing, intense worship, and rich cultural heritage.
The experience kicks off first in Greater Accra on Sunday, August 9, 2026 at the UPS Auditorium. The gates open at 4 p.m. prompt, ushering patrons into an atmosphere of intense praise. Speaking to the media, Obapa Christie shared the profound spiritual journey that birthed the vision for the concert.
Entino ansana ohini bi beba no no ye ne hene wati ase entino no na ma akwanya ma yesi wo hene entino se me nyame ba na me nyame afna de ya ne ne me odihye wo nyame mu se de wo nso wo ye odihye no entina ma ye de sa title we to so like Royal Praise ye nyame mu adihye nyame mu abrempon nyame mu akatachie na utumfu nyankopon a wode ne honam ma yakwanya se yemfa kwan bi so ne yemfa nyina ye because say anya obema abo kra yina ye. So who am I say metena se metwa ya ma abo be yi nyame agye wode nyame aye me medo okay baby ana wo free baby ana wo da aduane bi ana wo die he na wo boto kra wo bototo atete like you know, okay, when you go to me say God has been so good to you, and what's a appreciate it. Na obana udi ani munyam ebranu because of your hene and an ebanel.
For the veteran worshipper, Royal Praise is not just another event on the entertainment calendar. It is the physical manifestation of years of waiting on God. A stellar lineup of anointed ministers, including Empress Gifty, Joyce Blessing, Uncle Ato and Celestine Donko are bailed to join her on the stage.
Let's talk about sports now. Yesterday, the Black Stars gave Ghana what we would like to call a resounding victory. It was a draw between England, and then we spoke to some few people, and this is what they had to say.
The match was very interesting. In fact, I really was looking forward that we will either draw or we will win them 1-0. That was my first prediction. I was also thinking that if you don't stand very well, they can also give us not less than 2 goals. That was what I was expecting.
I told one of my daughters, you see this match, we go play draw. She was asking me, Mama, why are you saying that? I said, no, this match we go play draw. The way I'm seeing it, draw. If I came to market, I was telling them that this match, it be draw. See, man of the match was the player, our player. The next match, 2-0. Same 2-0. This one, against them. So, we are not going to play.
Yes, the match there was so powerful. Charlie, Black Star there, they make us proud. We Africa, we support Black Star. Charlie, hey, you see Pate, you see Joda, hey, all the Black Star players there, Charlie, hey, they do well. Our next match, I'm praying for one thing, draw or win. But if you're going to get draw, powerful. So we are happy.
I was just expecting win for Ghana, and like even Omar Sterling just said that, it got me, and ratata. And after all, we get draw from England, and I think that's the best point for Ghana. And we are expecting our next match with Croatia. And definitely, we are going to get that 3 points from them. It got me, and like it's a fact.
Like yesterday, the form Ghana gets, like halftime, like now they want to make them bring France. Because I swear now the way the team be solid. I shout voice in I swear. Oh, my voice good. Yes, see, Black Stars 100%. I swear. Hey, Mama, I swear, Mama, talk more money now. I tell you. Hey, Jesus, France and Bra, anyone, any country, Argentina, yeah, we Portugal by France by anybody. Team in the aye. Semi-finals where you talk about. Walk over with that. Share. Finals no. Yep. Oh, Argentina. Omwana yenyape. Messi na omuyano Messi. Ajete wo. Well, obesonu musei.
It was very nice. Like we played, our defense team was very good. We did well. I'm expecting us to win 3-1 or something. Yes. We've been able to beat England, so we can do this one.
I mean, here say, any Croatia, next match Saturday, any Croatia. Croatia, you better. Yeah, more draw. Croatia, you 2-0.
And that's it for the midday news on Good Afternoon Ghana. Keep watching Metro Sports. We've got all the news and updates for you concerning the World Cup and much more sports coming your way. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwitia. Good Afternoon Ghana continues after the break. Don't also forget about the predict and win. Make sure you are predicting the scores of every match and you stand a chance of winning something wonderful from us. It could be an iPhone or anything else. All right, so we take a break now and Good Afternoon Ghana continues after here.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor, a big attitude. Feel the vibe, own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink, make your mark.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health, not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
West Africa stands at a defining crossroads. A region rich in opportunity, yet challenged by fragmentation, policy divergence, and structural constraints that continue to limit its full potential. The African Continental Free Trade Area offers a historic pathway to unlock trade, strengthen regional value chains, and accelerate economic transformation. But today, the question is no longer what to do, it is how to deliver. Join live on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and EBIT's digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table on the theme, Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, Making AFCFTA Work for West Africa. This high-level dialogue is designed to move beyond discussion and drive action, to identify bankable cross-border anchor projects that deliver tangible impact within the next 12 to 24 months. From transport and logistics corridors to digital trade systems to export-oriented manufacturing value chains, this roundtable will spotlight solutions that transform ambition into measurable results. Participants will address critical questions. How do we unlock financing for regional projects? How do we overcome regulatory barriers? How do we secure strong joint suffering commitments? This exclusive event, broadcast live from the Metro TV studios in Accra and convened by Dr. George Ejekum Donko, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of EBIT, will assemble policymakers under the theme, Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, Making AFCFTA Work for West Africa. The vision is clear. The opportunities are real. Now it's time to deliver. Tune in on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and EBIT's digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table. Mark your calendar and stay updated on this event via EBIT's digital platforms. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBIT, transforming ECOWAS communities.
Ghana, a nation built on the blood and toil of our forefathers. We have come this far through faith and unity. Now is the time to pause, give thanks, seek the face of God, and renew our commitment to the future of our nation. It is in this spirit that our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, invites all Ghanaians to join in the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. The theme for this year is Resetting Our Values to Build the Ghana We Want. Date, Wednesday, 1st July 2026. Christian service, State House forecourt, 8 a.m. All must be seated by 7 a.m. Muslim service, National Mosque, Kanda, 12:30 p.m. All must be present by 11:30 a.m. It's time to renew our minds and build the beautiful Ghana we all desire. Come, let's stand together in faith, united for Ghana. The National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving, resetting our values to build the Ghana we want.
Maini Jan and Marian, I say Kofina Marian, I saw Mojan and Marian, Winter in a Marian, Stimina Piana.
Joy we are seeing. I slept well, very, very well, and I know a lot of you slept well. This is where we say, oh, say, yeah, God, oh, God, right? Good afternoon, welcome to Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV, and we're excited to be back on your screens, and thank you so much for joining us here on the show today. And I believe that everybody is fine, everybody is good. There's positive vibe at wherever that you are. Talking about the Black Stars game yesterday against the Three Lions of England. You know, yesterday we opened the phone lines and we had a couple of calls. There are two callers that today, I hope that I can find them. One said, let me be truthful, Ghana will lose by 5-0. The other said Ghana will lose by 3-0. And so these two callers who called in yesterday, if you're watching the show, call back. Call back and let's have a conversation, right? But it was a good night. Kudos to the Black Stars. Kudos to the coach. Kudos to the Ghanaians in the diaspora who went out into the stadium to support the team. We're grateful. And hopefully we can do another one against Croatia on Saturday. Welcome to the show. My name is Desmond Ukrekodas. We'll come to you live from our studios here at North Region Accra and transmitting across our social media platforms on Facebook, Metro TV Ghana, on YouTube. We're live on there, on DSTV channel 277 also, and on 94.1 FM on radio. You can definitely be a part of the show. The conversation about the Black Stars, we'll get into that later on the show, and the sports team joins us to talk about all that happened yesterday in that crucial game between the Black Stars and the Three Lions of England. But before that, we'll get into a conversation with the New Patriotic Party and the upcoming internal election. You know, on the show, we've been having a number of contestants coming onto the show and share with us the ambition for some of the positions that they want to contest and all of that. Today, we'll be speaking to El Supremo, Austin Enim. Emmanuel is aspiring to be Greater Accra Regional Organizer for the New Patriotic Party in the upcoming internal election. And so we get to talk to him, get to find out, what his plans are, how preparations are ongoing for him, and, just get into other matters also. So let's get into it. El Supremo, welcome to Good Afternoon Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us. First off, let's talk about the Black Stars. You watched the game yesterday?
Thank you very much. I thank my viewers, your followers, my followers. I thank everybody. All right, talking about Black Star.
Yeah.
I watched the match yesterday. I'm not really into football. When it comes to Black Star, I hold the high esteem.
Okay.
I enjoy the game.
Okay.
And whatever they provide, they did yesterday, I was expecting it. It wasn't a surprise to me.
Before the game, you thought we could do well.
Yes. I know definitely we are going to score the Great Britain, or it's going to be a draw game as it happened yesterday.
Okay.
Yes. I'm surprised some people were predicting 5-0.
Oh, yes.
Why? Don't you believe in Ghanaian Black Star? No, come on, we have good players.
They were saying that we should be truthful to ourselves.
We have good players.
That we'd lose against England, but we drew, and that's the most important.
Having a profession and bantering with someone who is not good as you are, sometimes it dims your profession a bit. You understand? So I think Ghanaians got a perception from we and Panama game.
Yeah.
Panama, we know they're not really into football like that.
Yeah.
Right. But yesterday, Black Star proved to Ghanaians that we have the best team in the world. I think I enjoyed what they did yesterday. It was good.
Right. So, really, all we can say is that kudos to the team, as you heard from El Supremo, also Austin Enim Emmanuel. Now, let's get into the conversations proper regarding the internal elections for the New Patriotic Party. And for many who are watching and possibly haven't, had the opportunity to get to know you. For me, I know you're a grassroots person. You've been there for a while. But for many people, what would you say your journey has been in the New Patriotic Party?
Okay. Austin Emmanuel Enim, probably known as Supremo, as you said, El Supremo, which is a brand. I'm a businessman, a politician, and I started from grassroots, and I am still with the grassroots. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. My career, I think after high school, I joined politics thoroughly. being with them. I mean, over double decade ago.
Okay.
Being with the big shots, being around them, you know. And what got me so much into, I think before regime got me so much into it, and Anado's policy of free education. I'm an educationist. My grandfather he was an education officer of the Eastern region, so I've moved with him wherever he goes to. So I love education. So when Anado came with the free education thing, it has got me into it, like to go in fully. So with Anado's regime, go into politics fully with the grassroots, as you said from the beginning, mobilizing from the grounds and everywhere, you know. Finally got to station at Adenta, which we did massive work over there. I was so with Peter Mewo, we traveled away to Peter Mewo to Howell to make sure he win the first seat in the Volta region.
Okay.
I've done enough with the people. Who knows me, knows me. If you don't know me, then I think I have a portfolio to release out there. You can go and read more about me or watch more of my works.
Right, right. So from what you've said, I mean, it's understood that you've been around. What is it about politics for you? Why politics? And then the next question will be why it had to be the New Patriotic Party.
Right, as you said, politics, you know, getting the political power, it's a special emblem. And when that power is given to you, I'm a philanthropist. It gives you access to help people, stretch your hand to get to the needies. You know, sometimes you wish you could help people from some of the rural areas, but without political power, you can't do it. When you go into if you go into that, you might be able to reach out to these people who might need your help or needs your help.
Okay.
Right. So politics is not about selfish interest. It's not about gaining whatever. People can gain wealth without politics. But politics is about getting to the space where you can help people.
In our part of the country, it's been a thought that many Ghanaians think that politicians, all they want to do is to make money of the people, get power to use it for whatever that they want to. You're saying that you're not in for that?
I'm a businessman. If politics to elevate my business, why not? It's still raining to the sea, but that's not the reason why I come to politics. We have rich men in this country where they have nothing to do with politics, which most of us we know. You might know, I know. You know, so if that's a mind, I think that's a poverty mindset. Thinking going to poverty is to going to politics is to alleviate poverty. No, it's not. It's not.
But that's a general thought, because if you look at our country and how we have moved over the years to this year, to this time, you talk about corruption. You talk about a lot of monies that are not used for what's supposed to be used for.
Right.
And then it gets into the pocket of others. We sit for PAC meetings and you hear the amount of monies that are being, you know, embezzled by persons in power. So that is where the thought comes in, that then the people ask for the basic things of life from politicians and do not necessarily get all of that.
Right.
And so that is where the mindset comes from.
Yes, and that mindset has become like a syndrome, you know. All you're saying can boils back to accountability.
Right.
Right. People are not being accountable in an individual areas where, because he wasn't or is not in the political space, nobody's talking about it. You understand what I'm saying? And the moment somebody might be accountable for maybe $1 million elsewhere, nobody talks about it, but maybe you're in the public space. If it is a dime, the whole country might come after.
But if you're in the public space, you're serving the people.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, so they might come after you, you know. And it's a human nature. People might be accountable, people might not be accountable. It's not only in politics. In private sectors, it happens everywhere.
But private is private. Politics is you're serving the people, so it's the people's money.
So that's what I'm saying. It's individual characters.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, character is something that people cannot go away with it, no matter how you pretend. As time goes on, it's like a pregnancy.
Right. So you want to be the regional organizer.
Yeah.
The party in the last election suffered a lot.
Right.
A lot, including the Greater Accra region, a lot of seats here in the region where, as an organizer, your work would be to mobilize the people, you know, to get the people to understand what the government is doing and to make sure that you help members of parliament with their seats and put people together.
Yeah.
In the past year, or the past time in the election, what do you think went wrong for the party, particularly in this region, Greater Accra?
Okay, thank you. With my, together with my research team, political research team and my campaign team made a research our previous election. You know, looking at NDC winning or President John Mahama winning, the number of votes he won in this time, the difference between the 2020 loss was just 100,000. So it tells you that Ghanaians did not vote.
Right.
The MPP people did not vote. Why? Because people were angry within. MPP people did not step out to vote. They were angry within, and it's about unity. People have certain perceptions about people, which we need to clear those doubts out of there and make sure we bring unity to the party for its better cause.
What do you think people think about, some persons in the party?
Right. Some people were bitter. People have, as I said, people have the mindset of going into politics. I must be able to achieve this within this period of time. You understand? And if that couldn't happen, you might be lobbying for the same thing, and a couple of people might be lobbying for the same thing.
Right.
If it couldn't come your way, it doesn't mean that should be the end of your career in the political party.
Right.
You understand? But this is perception. But I think with my engagement so far now, I'm trying to make this clear out of people to understand that it's not over until it is over, and it is over when you are no more alive. So they should keep it up in the party.
You talk about the number of votes,
right?
And that is with the presidential,
right?
But again, for a government to be able to work effectively,
right,
the legislature, has to be good,
right?
So in 2024, the NPP lost 14 out of its 15 seats,
yeah,
and retained only one out of what it had at that time. That is very disastrous.
That's right. That's the reason why. That's the main reason why I'm coming in. Because organization, in some way or the other, is a gift, and it's about being selfless. You understand? People believing in you, following you, believing your dreams. About being selfless. People must identify something in you, and when they follow you, whatever comes out, you make sure everybody smiles. You understand what I'm saying? What jobs? You don't, when there's a job, make sure you let the people retain those jobs. You get people get those jobs. The same people who vote for when the time is due.
Right.
These are some of the things I think I say they've done their best in our previous regime, and I think some of the areas I think things couldn't go well with that, and some of the perceptions too. Right.
And so my next question was going to be what the current executives of the party in the Greater Accra region have done. You think that they didn't do enough? Is that the thought? So you want to come in and then help?
We have in this world we are living in era.
Okay.
There's everyone in their era. They've done their best. You understand? So I think they've done their best. It's about time. For sometimes they might be tired. Or
people, think they are tired?
They might be tired, or people might be tired of their reign. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody else might come. Let me take it biblically. It got a point in time when Saul was ruling Israel. Then Israelites got tired. Israel chose Saul. It got to a time they were tired, and God gave them David, the small boy from the jungle. You understand what I'm saying? The obvious one. And he came and made Israel great. It doesn't mean Saul has done his best. Right. So these people, they have done their best. And I think maybe they are tired, or sometimes they have interest in the other businesses to go and do. All right. And when you split your attention on dual situations or businesses, you cannot focus like as it's supposed to be, which some has happened in our previous regime.
So are you saying that is what it is, or that's what you think?
In other ways,
is that the situation?
It's part of it.
People were not doing the work; they were focused on other things.
That's what I'm saying. They thought they've done. Maybe some thought they've done their best, so now they want to switch to do other things. All right. Yes.
From that, it looks like, or it sounds like, your party's base is not too strong in the Greater Accra region.
It was strong.
It was.
It was strong, but in our previous regime, I won't sit here like the way we have problems. If it was strong, we would have not lost all those seats.
Okay.
All right. Now we have about only 4 seats out of 34. Right. In the Greater Accra, 34, you have about 4. No. So I mean, there's a problem.
what distinguishes you from any other person who would want to contest for that position? But even before you answer that, as an organizer, what do you think your job is?
I said it earlier, it's about mobilization.
Okay.
And making sure that people believe in you, trust in you, give them the assurance. It's like living with your kids in the house. They're looking for protection and provision.
Okay.
So yours is to make sure you give them protection and provision. What brings people together are the things you must put on board. Right, in every area, you know, a Greater Accra is cosmopolitan region.
Yeah.
All right, and you know, going to somewhere like, excuse the language, like slum areas, what they need is different from what this area needs. If you go to Nima, their problem is different from the problem of cantonment. If you go to the coastal areas, what they need is a different thing of what we need in these areas. You understand what I'm saying? So you, as an organizer, you look at these things and you balance them. You cannot use the same formula to make sure everything is organized everywhere. It ain't going to work. All right? So these are some of the formulas I'm going to use. I know what they want and what they need. They need security and provision. That's all. That's what people need.
That's what your members need, security and provision.
That's what every human being needs. If you want people to be around you, security and provision. Once you bring them together, are they secure? Are they secure? You give them
in what sense?
What make you secure your home? All right, you have shelter. It's part of a security.
So that's what you're going to give to the people who had a sense of apathy.
Yes.
And did not involve themselves in anything with the party, even in the election.
I'm going to bring you closer.
Okay.
To me, that's a mobilization organization. I'll organize you, bring you closer. And what will make me to keep you in the circle is to give you security. If your security is to get a job, I'll make sure I get you a job. If your security is to do this for you, I'll make sure I get it for you. You understand what I'm saying? Within my capacity as Greater Accra organizer. Yeah,
the whole Greater Accra.
Yes.
You'll be able to do that for everybody who feels that way.
Okay, you know, in the family, we have a lot of people in the family chain.
Okay.
Not everybody has the opportunity to be rich. But when one becomes, they make sure it helps who you want to help.
Okay.
Understand? Having helped those that help themselves. You bring these people. People are professionals to be who you are now. You have the opportunity. You have, if I can call you, bro, can you have a vacancy at your end? Can you employ this for me? You did it. You use your network to fixing people.
That would have been very easy if your party were in power.
And if a party is not in power, it still bounces back to relationship. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not necessarily politics is sentiment. Everybody have their ideas of where to be.
I'm asking this because even your opponents in this case, the NDC, their grassroots people are complaining that they are not getting the security things you're talking about.
In the era where people were saying Rollins was doing this when there were no democracy, some people were so crying that things are not fine with them. You understand what I'm saying? People will still complain. But as I'm saying, where I sit now and where the ambition is heading towards to be, I will do within my capacity to make sure I put smiling faces.
Okay.
Right.
Well, if you just tune in, we're having a conversation with Austin Enimi Manuel. He's a hopeful for the Greater Accra Regional Organizer position for the NPP in the upcoming internal elections, and I'm just trying to understand what he wants to do for the people, what he wants to do for the party in the region, and the effects that would have generally on the 2028 election. So Austin or Supremo.
Yes, sir.
Is your party in a recovery state? Is it a good recovery for the NPP now?
Yeah, very. We're recovering. I think with the intervention of our leader, current leader, our president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, recovery state where we are now counts on humility. So all I would say is we are in a process, like 90% healed. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, before the election for the presidential candidate, there were a lot of talks, a lot of back and forth. People were talking about cracks in the party.
Right.
But looks like after Dr. Bawumia won, he said that it's all about unity and bringing everybody on board. And I'm sure the Greater Accra region will be one that he will be particularly interested in to be able to hold the party back, with regards to the votes that were lost in this part. How do you see yourself as an organizer, going, or moving together with the aspirations of Dr. Bawumia for the 2020 general election?
Best. Best. He's the best person.
Okay.
The proven. If it's proven, what can you do? Nothing. Better join it. He's the best person to work with. Either you believe in me or not, he's the best person because he's proven. The proven choice.
Right.
So he would be the best person to make sure the dream of Ghanaians come true. He has a lot of policies which Ghanaians are awaiting him to come on.
You're talking about working with the big shots and moving around with them. One of the big shots of the party is Kennedy Ohene Japan. Some members, some youth groups in the party are saying that he should be sacked. So let's say you are the organizer and some people come up to you that, organizer, we want to write this petition and we don't think Kennedy Japan is doing good for the party, so we want to write this petition and put it out. What would you do?
Okay, and before they make that petition, what has he done?
He's not done anything.
No, I wanted to ask.
No, he made some statements last week regarding the Afari military hospital and he's even said that and previously you've had conversations about certain things that he said that puts the party into disrepute and get people talking about what the party is.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to start from before the petition thing. I disagree with Honorable Kennedy Japan any day, anywhere.
On a lot of things.
On a lot of things. Me in person, I'm not serving a human being in a party. And my respect for the party is bigger than anybody in the party. And I will not sit anywhere if Kennedy Japan is doing anything against the party and I'll say he's right. He was the chairman of the Interior and Defense Ministry. All right? So if he comes out saying certain things about Afari Hospital, who should he blame? Who should he blame, first of all? Do you have to go and blame Bawumia? Or what? And what's the motive behind such statements?
Is it not just being a Ghanaian?
No, he's not
looking out for the ordinary Ghanaian who wouldn't be able to speak, and not that because he's in the NPP party, if something goes wrong, he shouldn't talk about it.
Okay, this is Africa, and this is Ghana, our motherland. Sometimes you may be wrong in the society, the whole community might come against you. When your mom's coming, your mom defends you and takes you home and discipline you home under the carpet. You understand what I'm saying? If you think something went wrong with the party, why won't you sit with the party hierarchies? Instead of coming out and speaking things and whatever you are saying out there, you should know that you are part of it. If it is true or not, you are part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't see the reason saying that. What I see about that is like, as I say, he's somebody I respect a lot. Anybody who has took the lead in the party, they paved the way for some of us to be here where we are now. I won't sit here and be hypocrite and saying what he did was right or something. I disagree with him. But as you said, regards to the petition against him as an organizer, people coming to me seeking an advice to petition against him, the party has a structure. And the party has how do you call it, constitution. So the party leaders, from the chairman, secretary, they are the decision makers of the party.
Yeah.
They will decide whether to sack him or not. You can make a petition. But those people will decide either to sack him, suspend him, whatever it is, they will decide. So when you should come to me as a grassroots party member or an executive seeking for a petition, you are allowed to petition.
Okay.
But either to take effect or not, this up to the
national executive
that's it.
To do that.
That's it. The support people, which I think I mentioned the chairman and the council of Council of Elders, Council of State, and the Secretary. They decide, for not me. You know, I'm also.
So you just tell them that they should go ahead.
You can make a petition. I'm going to advise you. You know, this democracy.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is your party in good standing for 2028?
Very. Ghanaians can't wait. Ghanaians can't wait.
Because before you take out or looking at how it's been, if you want to replace someone, it means the person who is there has not done well.
Right.
So if the NPP wants to get back into power, it should mean that the Ghanaians think that the NDC haven't done enough, and so we should bring back the NPP.
Right.
So first off, would you say that in 2 years, almost 2 years in governance for the NDC, are they doing well? I mean, the polls suggest that 71% of Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the right direction and believe that the president is.
Is that coming from a rightful research result?
Global Info Analytics, led by Musa Dankwa.
That's it. Which party does it belong to?
Musa Dankwa belongs to a party.
I'm asking.
No, I don't know. I know he's a pollster. That's his work.
A dust was thrown into our porridges. We thought it was sugar. And Ghanaians thought they were getting sugar into their porridges or honey. They didn't know what dust. So the porridge is there, they can't eat it. You understand? NDC came to power with a lot of lies. Blindfolded many Ghanaians, some things. There is no one. Have they come with any policy?
You're asking me. They've launched a number of policies.
Ghanaian. What policy?
We're here. They've launched the 24-hour economy. We're here when they launched it. They are working on the big push. That's what they say they're doing. Yeah.
24-hour economy. Metro TV has been operating 24 hours since being established.
Right. But please, we're having a conversation. Please stop calling it his phone.
You know, you've been operating 24-hour economy. I have restaurants, a couple of restaurants which I operate 24-hour. They close sometimes 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And the 24-hour economy, I think, is fraudulent.
It's fraudulent.
Yes,
I don't think it will do anything.
No, come on. How? Even the almighty New York Street, the downtown, they sleep. Right, they sleep. We are not robots. We are human beings. Boost the economy.
Okay.
Let's build more manufacturing. All right, let us go into manufacturing, producing.
Okay.
That get the people employed. Let them get employed. They work hard. They close. They go and have a good sleep. You can't cheat nature. All right. If you go to the Western or the state, the native citizens of those countries, they don't do the 24-hour thing. We go there, they've been used though.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So we being here, telling us 24-hour economy. Osu is always busy. Oxford is always busy in the night. Also get busy in the night if we go to Osu in the day. We have day club, night club, we have restaurant in the day, night. It has been there from
already. So this won't have any impact on it.
Let me tell you when you talk about policy. Policy is what makes impact on each and every ordinary Ghanaian. Number one, free health care. No matter what you do, you fall sick.
Right.
All right.
But they launched one also.
Which one?
The primary health care.
Which primary health care? Health care is health care. It has been there already. Don't come and play around someone's good deeds and thinking you are the one who did it and take the glory. You understand? Secondly, if not of Nanado policy of free SHS, the Hoppers child, the Chakwesela's son, what are you going to do at Wesley Girls? Why are not go to Achimota? We know those schools to belong to certain clan of people, which you call the rich. We're not even middle class rich people. You understand that today is free. But those are the things we call policy. It's clear. No need to be. You know, when you interview those people, the communicators about 24-hour economy, they always hop about the bush.
They don't say anything.
They don't say anything. They don't say anything.
We've got to go. So, looking at all of this that you've shared with us, your experience with the party on the grassroots level, and getting into this position, how has it been? You know, trying to share your ideas to the people of the Greater Accra region. Has it been? They've accepted you very well. Now I'm asking, have they accepted?
Oh yes. I mean,
very positive.
Very positive. You can go to the regional office and national office, very accepted. You know, they know what I can do. Most of them know what I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, the executive within the constituency level, they know what I can do. As I was saying, the most important thing is being a leader. You must be selfless.
Okay.
And this is I was born with it.
Okay.
You're selfless.
Right. So El Supremo
That's it.
is contesting for the Greater Accra regional organizer position for the NPP, and he says that he's selfless, he's humble, he'll give you security and provision. That's what you know. A lot of the people want to be able to mobilize them and bring them back together to help the party win power in 2028. So thank you very much. Any other thing you want to add to viewers, to your people?
Nothing much to say, but a few words I have for them is constituency executives, polling station executives, regional executives, national executives. I wish them all well. Those going for the constituency election, I wish them well. What I would say is, when a game is played, at the end of the day, one wins. And in politics, when it's draw, we go for rematch. At the end of the day, one will win. Either win or lose, let us save the party. God knows the best. If you don't win today, I tell you tomorrow, it's your turn. And to the constituency executives, I'm with you all. Your very own, Austin Emmanuel Enim, a.k.a. Supremo. When the election is due, look up there. If you can't even identify my name, look at my picture. I'm the same person today and tomorrow. No hairstyle changing. This is me. Vote for me, and I will not disappoint you. I'll make sure whatever you are supposed to get within the party as an executive, within the power that will be given to me, you get it, you receive it.
Okay.
And everybody will be happy as an MPP political party member.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And my regards to my constituency, which is Adenta, our former aspirant, Akosia Menukozi, our chairman, Akulacha organizers. I can't mention names. I respect and greet you all. You are doing well. In your election, I wish you well. Go for good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much for coming, Austin Emmanuel Enim. Wish you the very best in
Thank
your journey
as
you seek to become the Greater Accra regional organizer for the New Patriotic Party. We're taking a break. When we come back, the sports team joins us here, and then we would have a conversation about the Black Stars game yesterday and what it means for us as we hope to play and win against Croatia. So stay with us here. We'll be back shortly, but in the meantime, today is the birthday of Naboto Klote Salamatu of Ignite Media, and she, I beg your pardon, celebrated her birthday today. Happy birthday to you. But before we go on that break, let's quickly do the story where the Accra High Court jurors have threatened to withdraw their services should government refuse to pay 8 months salary arrears owed them by the end of June. And speaking on anonymity, the group lamented over several failed attempts to get governments settle their allowances. Let's listen to Joshua Alogbe, who is spokesperson for the Accra High Court jurors. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for your time. You say 8 months you've not been paid. What has been the conversation with government so far?
Let me correct that. It is 9 months, not 8 months.
Oh, it's 9. Okay. So yes. There's one more. How's that conversation with government been?
The issue is they keep on telling us they are working on it. And similar thing happened last year. If you can recall, we have to embark on a sit-down strike for almost a year before we're given a few months. And it's becoming like the norm. You see, we as jurors are facing a lot of issues. And we have a lot of concerns that needed to be addressed. But it's like nobody's trying to listen to us. Our security is at stake. Everything concerning our involvement at the courts, it looks as if it's like we take our life in our own hands. You see, you have to sit in the same court with the suspect family members and friends. You sit in the same car with them. They trace you to even where, your location, trying to seek favors from you. And when you resist, they threat your life with a whole lot of things. Anytime we go to authorities, they only tell us they are working around the clock. Now, next month, July ending, their legal year is ending. And since last year, we cannot continue to be pre-financing our transportation to the courts.
Right.
If we were to be given our allowances, we would have been using taxis or find a way of dodging some of these people.
Mr. Alogbe, tell me how much. If you are able to, though, how much you're paid, and how many are you in terms of the jurors at the court?
Come again, please.
I am asking if you are able to tell me how much you're paid for your work as jurors, and how many are you that work at the Accra High Court?
We are almost 200 people. 200 people. Jurors.
Okay.
But with regard to the amount that we are supposed to be paid for security reasons, I would like to share that one now.
Okay. Right. So about 200 of you, and for 9 months, your salaries or your monies have not been given to you by government. Are you sometimes, tempted, because like you say, the suspects, their families, they do make, some advances. Is that a situation that comes to you?
My brother, one has been caught red-handed at the court premises whilst we are sitting on the case. So we have to quickly prompt the city judge for what is happening. So we quickly arrest the person and have to send the person to Ministry Police Station for a charge. And so you see, it is in the public notice that we are not being paid. One of our jurors had a funeral, has lost her son. And because they are aware that we are having a funeral, they chased this woman to her house with a bag full of money, just to lure her into something. Oh, we want to support you so that you can go and have your funeral successfully, because we know you are not being paid. This money is coming from our heart. And then the lady asked them, who are you and where are you coming from? Before the man said, I knew you from the High Court. You are sitting on one of our cases, and because I know what you are going through, we wanted to support you this amount so that you go and bury your son and come peacefully. And we are with you. Indirectly, they are doing something. They are telling her something. So this woman have to run back to the court and report what is happening. Her life now is at stake because she refused that money. And so you see the kind of thing that we're going through. Our issue is that we are not asking for any upward adjustment whatsoever. The little one that they are aware that we are entitled to is what we are asking for. We are not asking for any other thing.
Right. So by June ending, if you do not get your 9-month salaries, you say that you would embark on a strike action?
What we said was that we cannot continue to pre-finance the transportation to the court, because where will we get the money from? Who has been borrowing us that money is also fed up. Because we do go get the money from other sources before we get to the court. And so, we have families. It's not always that we'll be going robbing Peter to pay for all the time. Peter or Paul will also get tired at a point. And so we are only saying that they should do the needful. We are with the authorities. We always try to engage them. But the kind of excuses that they've been giving us for a good 9 months, it is becoming something that we cannot bear anymore.
Why? They tell you that there's no money?
The last time we went to them, they told us that was a month ago. Government has given directives that money should be released to effect that payment for all of us. So we went back and told our people that, look, this is what they told us. So they were in the highest expectation that, the money will come. As you speak now, the last time we went there, we were told that, the money hasn't come. The money hasn't come. The whole thing looks as if they don't take it serious. And we cannot hold it any longer. So this is the reality. It is no, this is now an open secret. Everybody knows what's happening. in the court.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much for your time here. We'll definitely keep touch with you on this and see how it goes from here. Thank you very much. Joshua Malugbe is the spokesperson for the Accra High Court. Juro says that they have not been paid by government for 9 months, and that is actually affecting their work because they are pre-financing everything that you're doing at the court, and they are not able to do that anymore. Right. We're taking a break. When we come back, thank you very much, Mr. Alugbe. We're taking a break. When we come back, we do sports. Stay with us.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcates. Happy smile.
Go Black Stars, go all the way till the end, to victory. We'll keep on cheering you until you have the trophy in your hands. Go Black Stars all the way. Football, it unites all of us. There is no escape from the medium of football. It unites all Ghanaian, it unites all Africa. And this time we are praying for Africa to make an impact, starting with Ghana leading the way. So watch it and support the Black Stars all the way. If your choice is Metro TV, good for you.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Welcome back. Let's talk sports now. And we're talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup live here on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM. And we've been bringing to you the coverage. Last night was a big one for Ghana, our second group game against England at the Boston Stadium. Before the game, a lot of talks. During the game, after lots of celebration or excitement about how the team played, holding the English side to a 0-0 drawn game. And Phil John Corte is here with me to get into the details of yesterday's game and other games at the World Cup. Phil, welcome. It was a good night.
It was, Ghanaians. Yeah. Including yourself. I saw the jamboree on the street of Accra.
I was on a different level. I thought that the team played well yesterday. But before the game, a lot of questions about the team that against Panama, we played a certain way, but we came off with a win at the very end. But this is England, number 4 on the world rankings. A team that is worth over billions. You know, they have star players everywhere. Yeah. And we are just trying to put ourselves together with a new coach and all of that. But how it went down yesterday, whether haram football, whatever, I thought, if you have a plan and you stay to it, you get to your results, right?
I think what a lot of people need to know, that a lot went into yesterday's football game. Prior to the game, and the players were determined to prove a point. I'm talking about the Black Stars. Prior to the game, anything between Ghana and the United Kingdom or England is massive. It's more than football. You and I know very well. The last time we played them was 1-1 in Wembley.
Yeah.
And we needed to prove a point yesterday. Going to the game, remember that, or going to the World Cup itself, Ghana went with some key players, the life of Juku, the life of Salisu, and our marksman.